Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz Video Recap. Today is Friday, December 30th, the last Search Buzz Video Recap for the 2016 year. Everyone, I hope you have a happy, healthy, successful 2017 and a happy new year. So let's get going. So there was some chatter this week about a possible Google update over the holiday weekend, or week where pretty much everybody's off. The chatter began sometime around early, Monday, Tuesday. But I really think, based on what I'm seeing, is that there's really no algorithmic update by Google. It's more about traffic patterns. People search less, people are on vacation. So I think there's just less traffic in general to specific types of websites during the holiday break because people are not by their desks, not searching. They're with families and maybe not spending so much time on work-related stuff. Although there are some chatter and there is some discussion around it, so you might want to check out this thread to see if there's anything going on. Some people are saying, hey, the mobile first index is live. I see Google tests using it, and I see it really live. But the truth is, no, it's not. Google's two Googlers right here, as you can see. Googler from Japan and Gary, as you all know, basically were joking that no, it's not live, people are making it up and so forth. So the mobile first index is not live, it's still very much experimental. I asked John Mueller from Google what would be his SEO advice for SEOs and webmasters, assuming they've done everything right in 2016, what should they be thinking about for 2017? And he said mobile, specifically around the mobile first index. He said that many SEOs and tools out there focus specifically on desktop, on-page SEO for desktop. But they should also now, obviously, when the flip happens, look at on-page SEO for mobile. So if a tool is just looking at the desktop version of the HTML, not the mobile version of the HTML, or a webmaster or an SEO is just looking at the desktop HTML and so forth, and not the mobile version, obviously with the mobile first index, that's going to have to flip. You're going to have to focus more on that. And it's really good to hear him say that, obviously, because you can take a listen to the video. He goes on for about a few minutes talking about specifically those changes and why it's important for SEOs and thinking about that. So definitely take a look at that. I posted about that this morning at SEOroundtable.com. So I thought first that Google's misinforming Google webmasters that their sites are not mobile friendly. So for example, I posted something and it says your page is not mobile friendly to me because I'm the owner of the website. But I look at the mobile friendly page and it says yes, it is mobile friendly. So it turns out either Google has a bug or Google's John Mueller just told us, and this is new to me, that really slow pages might not be labeled as mobile friendly. So John Mueller said this in a Hangout yesterday. There's one aspect there that does sometimes play a role there in that if you look at these things, at things like page speed insights, that we will put together a mobile score for a page, and if the website is technically mobile friendly, in that the UI, user interface, kind of works on mobile, but is really bad page speed insights score, then that's something where we might think that this is probably isn't a good mobile page as well. What's interesting is Google's told us, at least in the past, that they look only at desktop page speed, not mobile page speed, so forth, but maybe they're looking at mobile page speed specifically for is the page mobile friendly or not. And Google's saying my pages are too slow, although they are pretty fast. They rate about 50, which is not too slow, I thought. Although I just yesterday actually had one of our developers, speed it up a little bit. We do have a new site that's not built yet that was supposed to be incredibly fast, but we haven't launched it yet, so apologize for that. Moving on, that's a pretty big insight. Again, if your page is really slow, Google might not mark it as mobile friendly. Talking about mobile first index, Google's also said that they might not measure page speed on the mobile side when the mobile first index launches initially. So John Mueller said, I think at the moment we don't take speed into account for mobile, and we know that already. And then I go into it, I ask him, are you going to flip it when mobile first index goes around? You can look at the mobile version, how fast that is. He said, I don't think we'd be able to do that from the beginning. That's a good point, though. Maybe we should clarify that somewhere. But for the most part, in the same way that we use desktop, speed for desktop, I don't see us doing that in the beginning. That's something that we would like to do in the long run, but not in the beginning. Meaning, they are going to go ahead and look at desktop. They are going to go ahead and look at mobile page speed at first, even when the mobile first index comes out, they might do that later. Interesting. Very interesting. Google commented about, does Google throttle or have a quota for how much traffic a website could get in a day from Google? And Google said that's absolutely not true. There is no such thing as a quota. He said there is no quota. It's not true. It all depends on searcher behavior, and there's no quota of us eliminating, oh, this site can only get 5,000 visits a day, and it got 5,000, so I'm going to go ahead and send traffic to a different site because of it. That's not how Google works, according to Google. John Mueller. Google said some may see a drop in their Google links count because of a data change. This is a response to somebody who's saying, hey, I saw my latest link count in Google Search Console drop 50% over the past 45 days. What's going on? And John said, that sounds like more like a data change on our side. I'd ignore it. And as you know, Google has been doing data infrastructure changes to the Google Search Console. So again, that's typically why you probably should ignore it. Google said CDNs, content delivery networks, are safe. They shouldn't hurt your rankings. Some people are worried that if you're on an IP address or a content delivery network with a lot of spammers, Google might go ahead and hit your site. If you're on Amazon, Cloudflare, Rackspace, Google's Cloud, Microsoft Azure, if you're on any of these CDNs that are popular, you don't have to worry. It's very, very, John Mueller said it's not going to hurt you. Probably will help you because of the page speed, but outside of that, it should not hurt you. Google launched a new recipe design for search results. So if you search for recipe-related queries, Google has a new search result set for that. Let me zoom in so you can see it. As you can see, here's a new look. It has a view all with a little card, and you can swipe through the card or click view all. And when you click view all, this is the old one. When you click view all, it takes you to this UI, which shows you different recipes. You can scroll through them, and you can actually filter them by different types of filters, which is pretty cool. This is only on mobile, launched this week. It looks like Google's also testing a new mobile interface. This is not live. This is something, saw this, where they actually put the URL, at the top. So you can see here, the URL's at the top instead of the bottom. It's blue instead of green, and it looks totally different in terms of the UI. So it's pretty interesting. Almost done. Google Search Console sent out notifications this week about non-secure, I'll read it to you, non-secure collection of passwords will trigger warnings in Chrome 56 for a specific domain name. So if you actually have a login and it's not an HTTPS URL, Google is saying we're going to flag that as not secure, so you have to put the login on an HTTPS. You don't have to actually make your whole site HTTPS if you want. You could make your whole site HTTPS, but Google is saying at least move the login to your website to a secure HTTPS URL. Otherwise, Google's going to mark it in Chrome as not secure. I think Firefox just announced last night also that they're going to do that. And John Mueller, of course, as he always does, this is holiday and Christmas tradition, is to work and help webmasters on the holidays. So I saw John Mueller was helping webmasters on Christmas Day. So he posted in several forum threads on Twitter and so forth. And he's done this year after year, which is nice to see. And I also expect him to do it on New Year's, which is actually on a Sunday. And also, New Year's, as I said, is coming up. Usually I don't share the doodles anymore, but tomorrow's Google Doodle will have a New Year's Day Eve doodle. And this is what it kind of looks like. You can see it in Google Australia and so forth now. But this is what it looks like. Any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz Video Recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. Everyone have a happy, healthy, successful 2017, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.